The Last of Us Part 2 Remastered was rumored, leaked, and then just officially announced within like a week period. Basically, I'm talking about it for multiple reasons. One, this is like the fastest turnaround time for a remaster. It's 3 years, literally 3 years. 2020 is when Last of Us Part 2 came out, and now we're getting Last of Us Part 2 remastered in 2024, very early, so basically 3 years. It's hard to feel things towards this because I could not stand the game. It was probably one of the, if not the biggest disappointment in gaming for me. The story just like I didn't like. Okay, so when Halo 2 did it, where it was Arbiter and Master Chief, it just worked. It's hard to explain why, but it just worked, and it was very engaging or an understanding of the both sides of the war. And how Arbiter had to come to terms with the fact that the was it the high the covenant itself, but what are they called, like the high ones or something? Anyway, yeah, they're like, basically gonna go on like a genocide spree. But this, like, the whole Abby aspect just sucked. I felt no connection playing with that character. Look, it was a genuinely cool and interesting twist that she was the daughter of the doctor that Joel basically had to just murder to, get Ellie off the operating table. Great twist. But other than that, like, I didn't have fun knowing her. I didn't really care when her friends died. I really didn't. And the ending of the game, while it was interesting that you basically save this woman, even though she maimed your pseudo father's brother, so your pseudo uncle. So he maimed him, like half of his face is gone. He or she broke her Ellie's arm, if I recall correctly. She murdered, I think it's at least 1 to 2 of her friends. Oh, the biological father of her lovers, So did all this, and then at the very end, she's like, "Oh, I guess revenge isn't like everything. I guess." Like, what? Why'd you go through all this? Oh, and she got 2 of her fingers bitten off, so now she can't even play guitar. Anyway, so personally, not a fan of this game. I'm kind of surprised they didn't like just announce it for PC as well, but here we are. Anyway, so here's the breakdown of things that come with remastered or Part 2 remastered. It's gonna have, and this is from Dom the Bomb on Twitter. Just have a nice little breakdown, because if you read the whole thing, it's just kind of bloated with information. Delve deeper into the beloved series, learn how the original game was created. So there's director commentary, which I think is actually pretty nice. I'd be interested if it was the first one. Lost Levels lets you explore early development versions of 3 new levels not seen in the original game. I want to know if they're like, you can play them from start to finish, or like, are they so unfinished that they didn't even get to the end point? Very curious on that, but maybe they'll shine some light on something. Enjoy hours of new developer commentary to hear insights into Part 2's development as you experience the game. Don't know how that was different from the first part I mentioned. Live up to your musical potential with a guitar free play, which includes new unlockable instruments, or take on the new speedrun mode and post your best times. That's super cool for speedrunners. I'm not sure if anyone's actually speedrunning this game, but hey, a new speedrun mode is always appreciated. Guitar free play, that is just like social media fodder to the highest extreme. But it was really cool when you did get to that part. I'm very curious on the new instruments though. Like, are they all strung instruments? Can you get like a trumpet? That'd be kind of funny. Let's see. So unlockable instruments, okay, but descriptive audio and speech to vibrations have also been added to Part 2's suite of accessibility features. So more accessibility. I think it won like most accessibility when it came out. Also got Game of the Year, which is ridiculous. And Part 2 remastered also features brand new unlockable characters. Well, it's characters and weapon skins for. Features brand new unlockable character and weapon skins for players to use for both Ellie and Abby. This is totally missing like the biggest part, which is that it's going to have this new mode. It's a survival rogue-like, as they put it, where you can play as different characters in like these random environments full of infected and non-infected, which is interesting. I'll give them that. But and then the last part is that if you had it on the PS4, whether physical or digital, for $10 you get the upgrade, which is obviously the PS5. If you loved this game, it's probably a no-brainer to get this. If you didn't, like me, there's no reason to go back and buy it. I'm still shocked that they didn't do some like PC port. You think that that would have like it's been 3 years. They totally, they totally could have done it. Oh yeah, this raw mode is called No Return. Features a host of old and new playable characters who each come with their own traits. Oh, I didn't know that. Okay, so each come with their own traits. That's pretty cool. I would need to see some videos on it. Need to see some videos to understand more. They have screenshots, which they're just going through it like an area where there's infected and non-infected. So like you either have to sneak past. I think there's also a time limit. There's a time limit, and it shows like bodies on the screen, like I guess how many enemies there are. So like, wait, what? Oh, did it come with a W? What does WLF stand for? It comes with a WLF edition, huh? Steelbook display case, 4 enamel pins, Washington Liberation Front patch, and 47 Society of Champions trading cards, including 8 holographic cards. Really? And I'm sure Derek will do a but should you buy? What does the WLF stand for? WLF. Does anyone know? Oh, Washington Liberation Front. That's what it stands for. The WLF stands. Okay. Because you get a patch, and then you get like, first of all, don't call them trading cards. You can't trade cards. Everyone has the same 47 cards, like you can't. So why did you even say that? I mean, it looks like it's just going to cost $70, but I could be wrong because this website is really weird. And I had to sneeze. Sorry about that. Yeah, so we'll have to do it, but should you buy? But basically, if you're just upgrading, it's probably worth it just to have like the by the way, this barely looks any different from the original game. Barely looks any different. Like I thought the remaster of Last was Part 1, the PS was it 4 edition. I thought that version barely looked any different, but I don't know, maybe I'm in the wrong there. But this doesn't look different at all. So you're kind of paying $10 mostly just for like PS5 optimization, which could already play the PS4 version. So okay. A roguelike mode, lost levels with dev commentary, guitar, which I don't think most people are going to actually take advantage of. Barely any graphical enhancements as they put it, whatever. DualSense integration, which haptic feedback's like, okay. Like, I mean, it's cool for a hot second, and then it's just kind of weird. Is it worth $10? Again, if you're a huge fan of the game, probably. Honestly, probably. $10 just for that one mode. That's almost DLC in of itself. Oh, here's the expansion. The explanation for it. Experience Last of Us 2's deep combat via new, entirely new mode. Survive as long as you can in each run. As you choose your path through a series of randomized encounters. Play as a host of different logical characters. Some never before playable in the Last of Us franchise. I mean, like, the only characters that ever been playable is like Ellie, Joel, and Abby. Was there ever a point you played as any other character? Oh, I guess you played as Joel's daughter, technically, for a little bit in the first one. Yeah, I guess $10, it's worth it. But if you're gonna buy it by itself, not worth it at all. Especially for those who traded it in the game, it would not be worth it to like buy this just to get it back. So I thought this game was a massive letdown. I mean, of biblical proportions. So much so that I'm not going to care to play the third one because maybe Abby's going to come back. There's some team up. That's my suspicion. But it's like, I'm not saying Joel hard carried the first one, but it was the dynamic between Joel and Ellie that really, and like how they grew together, that really made the game special. And then this game, like, I understood why they did it, where throughout it you got flashbacks of like how they kind of split apart, and then Joel told her the truth, and then they kind of reconciled before he died. But I don't know, man. Joel dying was not a part. It's not something I would have started part 2 on. Maybe as the ending, but we definitely wanted another game where Joel was, like, I wouldn't even say caretaker. They're basically both adults, so they could just, like they could have had another adventure together. So I don't know why they didn't do that. Like, I guess for storytelling purposes, but again, like I just feel like they went in so many totally wrong directions with this game, and there's no connection to Abby. Ellie didn't really even get her revenge, so she basically just lost everything, and I don't even know what the direction of the third one would be. Like, maybe my only thought was like they kidnapped her child, and then for some reason her and Abby have to team up to get it back. That's like my only big brain synopsis. But let me know what you guys think. I'm sure if whoever does watch it might either hate me or love me for my thoughts on Last of Us Part 2. But let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Become a Discord member today. We're cool people. Join our become a YouTube member. That'd be pretty cool as well. But yeah, we'd love to talk to you guys on YouTube, Discord. But other than that, have a good one, guys. Bye bye.